The gospel reading today is from what's called the Farewell Discourse. It was written by St. John, the beloved apostle. He's the one that at the Last Supper you see the pictures of a young person with their head resting on the chest of Jesus. That was John. He understood Jesus in a very special, very deep way. And he recorded things that the other three Gospels didn't record. And this part of it, this farewell discourse, is set at the Last Supper. And Jesus is talking about what comes next. The first reading, you hear the argument among the Sadducees and Pharisees when they arrested Paul. And Paul said, well, the only reason that I'm being persecuted and arrested is because I believe in the afterlife. I believe in heaven and the resurrection of the body. And they started arguing back and forth because the Sadducees didn't believe in an afterlife or a heaven, and the Pharisees did. And the Sadducees believed that when you were dead, you were dead. That's why they were sad, you see. But Jesus knew that there was more to come after this life. And at the Last Supper, he knew that he was going to die very soon, even though they didn't understand that. And so he wrote this beautiful prayer. Father, my disciples, they're your gift to me. I wish where I'm going, I could bring them with me. I don't ask you to take them out of the world. I just ask you to watch over them as I watched over them when I was here. I wish that they could see the glory you gave me from before the world began. I love them and I've taught them about you. I want them to be in me, a part of me. Just as I am a part of you, that they may be a part of us. It sounds like a confusing sentence, but the thought is just as the Holy Trinity is one, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, they're inseparable. They're distinct, but they're inseparable. They're one. It's the difference between if you have a glass of water and you put a rock in it. They're together, but you can pull the rock back out again. The difference would be if you had a glass of water and you poured milk in it. Once the milk disperses, you can't separate one from the other again. They're all one. And now it's milky water. Well, the Holy Trinity is like that. They're all one and distinct at the same time. And that love that God has for His Son Jesus and the love that Jesus has for Him and the Holy Spirit, the love between them, is something that He wants us to be a part of. He doesn't want us to be afraid. He wants us to follow Him because we love Him, not because we're afraid of punishment someday. I was at the bedside of someone who was dying, and she had gotten married later in life, just a year before she died, and she left a message on my iPhone for her husband, and she said to her family, please don't cry for me. I know where I'm going, and I know that my Lord awaits me. I've served Him all my life long, so don't cry, or maybe just a little bit. And then she went on to say to her husband, she said, you don't know how happy you've made me in this last year of my life. And so be glad for me, and I will see you one day again. What a beautiful thought, because she understood the glory that awaits, the glory that Jesus talked about. And so as we continue our day and continue our life here on earth, let's focus on making sure that we appreciate that love that God has for us, and we reciprocate. We give that love back again, so that one day we'll be together with Him in that union, that we're a part of Him just as He is a part of each and every one of us. That we'll be truly in spiritual communion with Jesus Christ, not just for a day or a week, but for all eternity.